Hello, everybody, and I would like to talk about Christians and drinking. I feel very firmly that Christians really shouldn't drink. I really don't want to deny the opportunity for you to come to Christ if you are drinking. However, I really believe that in order to live a spirit filled life, not spirits filled life, that drinking shouldn't be a part of it. I do plan on going into some things that will show this by scripture, and in another video we will talk about my testimony from being saved and also being saved from alcoholism. So far as drinking, I know in the Bible there's a mention of wine a lot of times. There has been a lot of evidence that that type of wine was grape juice, not alcoholic beverage. However, even if it was alcoholic beverage, the Bible clearly states that drunkards have their place in the lake of fire. The lake of fire is not somewhere we want to go. Uh, the difference between having one drink and to the point where you are drunk is a fine line. And that line is different for a lot of different people. Several reasons why I believe that drinking is not a good example of living a Christian life. Number one, you have to go into a liquor store, especially here in Tennessee, to buy your liquor. So, um, how does that look? You're walking into a liquor store, somebody's driving down the street, they see you walking into the store. You could just say, well, I'm just buying a bottle of wine. The whole idea of even walking into the liquor store and supporting that establishment, which the majority of the people that support that establishment are drunks or people that have a problem with alcohol, then you have two problems now. Number one, you've been seen walking into a liquor store or walking out of a liquor store with a brown bag, which would obviously be liquor, because again, here in Tennessee, everything they sell in that store has to have alcoholic content in it. So coming out of that store with a brown bag indicates you just purchased liquor, and someone could see you with that. Like I said a minute ago, you're also supporting that liquor store, which supports all kinds of alcohol, not just wine, but hard liquor, Jack Daniels and Bacardi and tequila, and a lot of things that people have serious problems with. Most people that are Christians that drink say, well, I just drink one glass of wine. Okay. Um, you could possibly drink one glass of wine. Um, However, you do have a whole bottle there. If you're drinking with others, there is a good possibility that someone would have more than one glass of wine. The other thing is that with the glass of wine, one of the first things that happens when you drink, from my own experience, is that as soon as you drink, your level of resilience to sin declines. Your whole core values could be affected. And not immediately the core values, just your personal values are taking a risk. That's the same thing of coming out of a liquor store. You could be causing a brother to stumble. If someone had come to Christ, they quit drinking, and now they're trying to be sober, they look up to you. Next thing you know, they're driving down the street, they see you coming out of a liquor store, they're thinking, well, hey, he can drink, maybe it's okay for me, I'll have one drink. And one drink for them leads to 1,000 drinks. The next thing you know, they're out of fellowship and back on drinking again. Another problem about drinking is that the whole industry of alcohol supports a lot of things that are not Christ-like. Um, the alcohol industry um, is well known to support things that lead to other types of drinks. They also are encouraging people to drink. Um, Even though they talk about have a designated driver, well, that's so everybody else can get drunk, and the one person doesn't drink. They don't say don't get drunk. Again, the scripture about all drunkards will have their place in the lake of fire. God was pretty serious about us not drinking. Um, I really don't see any benefit to it. You might say it relaxes you. Again, there hasn't been people that didn't drink, and all of a sudden they said, "Oh, my life is falling apart. Maybe if I drink, I'll be better off." So I started drinking, and the next thing you know, my life just came back together. Um, There isn't any stories like that. It's the other way around. People drink, and it leads them into extramarital sex. It leads them into missing work, and it leads you out of fellowship with the Lord. The first commandment says that you should love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your mind and all your strength. Um, if you're drinking, first of all, that can become an idol because you like that more than you like God. The joy should be of the Lord, not the joy from having a drink. If we're filled with the Holy Spirit and we're clean spiritually and physically, clean from any other influences like drugs or alcohol, we can have a better relationship with the Lord. He'll fill us with His joy. We're not going to be in some kind of a smoke screen thinking about, well, this is like I'm feeling better because I had a drink. We will know that when we're feeling joyful without drinking and you're in fellowship with the Lord, that's where the joy is coming from Him. So irregardless of what the advertisements want to say, about what other people say, there's many points that are against drinking for a Christian. Um, Most people have told me that, well, the reason I drink is because I can have one glass with dinner. I'll do it at home. It makes me relaxed. And so nobody sees it. I can just have one glass and everything's okay. Well, you shouldn't really be doing anything that you wouldn't want someone else to see. If it's something that you're having to hide, that's a red flag right there. If you can only do it at home, it's not a red flag. What if you go out to dinner somewhere and you feel like you have to have a glass of wine, but nobody's drinking, but you really feel that urge that you need to relax and have a glass of wine, and you can't do it? Um, that's going to be irritating. It's going to affect your fellowship with the other people that you're meeting with during the dinner. It's also going to affect your fellowship with God because, again, you're not getting your joy from Him, or you're not trusting in Him because you're trusting in the drink. Many people that have started off drinking, the alcoholics, did not start off by all of a sudden being an alcoholic. They started off being a social drinker. One thing led to another. Normally the people that drink you have to hang around with. You have it taken a big risk that someone is unable to just have a few drinks in that crowd. Um, Very rarely are you going to be able to continue to hang around a lot of people that don't drink when you want to drink, because you won't be able to have your drink. So as a result, you end up, your friends that are closest to you are going to be people that also drink. And again, with the statistics of the number of people who are alcoholics, the more friends you have, the greater chance that, and they're all drinkers, the greater chance that someone has a drinking problem in that crowd. Um, Anytime something like that can separate you from other believers is also a problem. We should want to be together as a body of Christ, doing good works, evangelizing, learning about Scripture, um, teaching others about Scripture. None of that includes having a drink. Um, if you're trying to witness to somebody who has a problem with drinking, and you say, well, it's okay, you come to Christ and you can still drink, you just can't drink as much. Um, Believe me, as an alcoholic speaking to you, one drink for an alcoholic is not enough. You have to have 100 drinks. It doesn't stop at one. You're compromising the values of the gospel. The Ten Commandments are still valid. The gospel is that Jesus is our Lord. We are submitted to Him. We have to take up our cross daily and follow Him. And there's a lot of joy in that. Much more joy than you can experience in drinking. There's many other things if you need to relax. You can take B-complex. You can go for a walk. You can be by yourself. You can take a nap. You can eat cheese. I mean, it just goes on and on. There's many, many, many things with our culture now that we have available to help you relax on that. And I just want to say that Jesus is the one that we should be focused on, and He loves us, and He wants us to make our joy complete by following Him, and it's a joyful thing to follow Him. He will give you peace. Thank you, and many blessings.